Great readings, my fellow literary people. I'm Veron J.O. Doctor from GED117. Great Books, Section B15 under Miss Charity Manuel. So today I will be talking about why we still read great works like Oedipus Rex and why stories written thousands of years ago still matter today. In our modern age, technology rises faster than ever. Screens glow brighter than paper, and the scent of old pages fades behind the hum of machines. Some say books are no longer part of our lives, but I believe this change also brings hope. Because now, through the reach of the internet, we can discover timeless stories more easily than ever. Reading isn't fading, it's actually transforming. What matters is not how we read, but that we still do, that we can continue seeking wisdom, the questions, and the truths hidden in great books. Now let's define what is the kind of form used in Oedipus Rex, the Greek tragedy. So the purpose of a tragedy is to bring about catharsis in its spectators, a cleansing or release of powerful emotions. Catharsis allows the audience to feel pity and fear, to understand that what happens to the tragic hero can also reflect real human struggles. So in simple terms, tragedy helps us confront emotions we often hide, be it loss, pride, guilt, and truth. And it teaches us something through that pain. A true tragedy follows a single and complete action, often showing a reversal of fortune. It centers on a tragic hero, someone noble but flawed, and is written in the language of poetry to express both grandeur and sorrow. So how do these elements shape our main reading, Oedipus Rex? Well, let me share the story with you. So the summary of this reading. Oedipus was born to King Laos and Queen Jocasta of Thebes. But a prophecy foretold that he would kill his father and marry his mother. In fear, Lars ordered the infant to be abandoned, but a herdsman saved him and brought him to the rulers of Corinth, who raised him. As he grew, rumors of his origins prompted Oedipus to visit the oracle of Delphi, where he learned of the prophecy and fled Corinth to avoid fulfilling it. On his journey, Oedipus encountered a chariot party at a crossroads and, in a fit of anger, killed the old lord and his attendants, not knowing that he had just killed his father, Lars. He then continued to Thebes, solving the riddle of the Sphinx, which had been tormenting the city. Grateful for this victory, the citizens made him king, and he married Jocasta, unaware that she was his mother. So together they had children and initially enjoyed a prosperous reign. Years later, a plague struck Thebes, prompting Oedipus to seek the cause. He learned that the murderer of Lars was still at large, which led to him discover that he was in fact the killer. Devastated by the truth, Jocasta took her life, and Oedipus blinded himself in despair. Accepting responsibility for his fate, he chose to be exiled. Guided by his daughter, Antigone, as Thebes began its journey toward healing from the tragedy he had been unwilling to cause. And that marks the end of the summary. So, why does it still matter? Reading great books still matters because they open us deeper. Truths than any passing trend. So when I read Oedipus Rex, it felt foreign at first, just another class text, until discussion revealed how far its roots go. Faith and choice, pride and courage, the hard work of facing that we have done and learning from it. Listening to other voices showed me that one story can hold many truths, and even disagreements can widen our understanding. Literature becomes more than words or history. It becomes a mirror where we recognize ourselves in lives far from our own, growing empathy, honesty, and humility. Wisdom often begins in that realization. We cannot control everything. That is true, but we can choose our character, how we meet what comes. Great books knit generations together, from ancient theaters to our bright screens today, and they invite young readers like us to step beyond the quick scroll, look longer, think deeper, and carry those insights into every story we love, even our favorite series and the digital art we share. And that is why reading great books like Oedipus Rex still matters. These stories may come from distant centuries, but their voice still reaches to us, reminding us of who we are, what we fear, and what we can become. Through their pages, we learn not only about heroes and kings, but about ourselves, our pride, our choices, and our hope to grow wiser. So let's keep reading, not because we are called to, but because every story we meet has something to teach us. Thank you for watching, and may every book you open bring you closer to understanding the world and yourself.